That night, wary of the crowd, wary of the human machines that clatter, I tore myself away from the noise as one sheds a diseased skin. I left the city and found myself alone beneath the warm breath of the summer sky. I lifted my eyes, and in that upward gaze, something from childhood returned. A sacred astonishment, a soft humility before the infinite. It felt like falling up. The sky was wearing a cloak of bronze. The stars were twirling like tigers of light that tore through the tower of the night. Their fangs of fire were gnawing at the dark and searing holes in the velvet expanse like nails hammered deep in the welkin's bark. I breathed in the beauty of this funeral veil that takes its source from the void that won't echo and that reminded me that I'm only a mote in the abyss. I stood there, alone, like a moon fisher lost in a sea of wilted flowers, casting lines into the void. I baited my hook with pieces of my own heart, hoping that something would bite and pull back from the ether. And I waited. I waited for the silence to shatter, for the night to answer so that my dreams would stop bleeding into my waking hours. I waited. But the stars just kept on burning out in silence while my dreams kept dripping like open wounds. I was fishing for meaning in this night. I was waiting for its answer, but all I reeled in were fragments, slivers of light that faded before I even got to touch them. And the dark stared at me, daring me to blink first. And I wondered how many nights like this the stars had seen, how many souls like mine they had watched with that pale, quiet gaze while we knelt beneath their cold indifference and called it beauty. And still they kept twirling. Still they blazed while I waited, while I bled, while I held my breath and hoped that maybe the next flicker would light the way. Maybe it would spill some hint, some clue that there was meaning hidden in their glow, a reason buried in their fire. I would beg the stars to break the silence, to stop their silent spin and to just say something. Anything, but I knew they wouldn't, and that I could only choke on the ash of their silent dirge that smothered those who dared to look up, only to find out that there's no answer. And then it hit me. What if it was never about the stars? What if they are silent because they've already said all they have to say? And this eternal silence of the infinite space has only existed so we might pour ourselves into it. I guess this is why we built gods, erected cathedrals, raised cities of glass and steel, split atoms, walked on the moon, why we loved, sang, screamed, wrote poetry. And maybe that's also why I drink so much, so much, just so I could catch flames like these stars, to be like them, to rend the void that doesn't echo back, just so I could look at myself the way I look at them and believe that I could make any sense of it. Science too short to measure the infinite, art's too vain, but this flame, my flame is all I have. And I want to burn, I want to cast off this skin that traps me, I want to lighten my bones from the weight of the world, bare my teeth at the cosmos, howl at the heavens, stare through the ether like fangs of fire and scrape the cold black bark with my nails. Maybe I was born to blaze, or at least, maybe I just need to believe I could, that I am the beacon, the dawn that split the abyss, the answer made flesh. That night, I felt something kindle as if I, too, could be a tiger of light, that I could dare look into the dark, and perhaps even make it blink first.